Hello. Today we're going to talk about how some positive quotes that we've all adopted are just not helpful at all. So stick around and I'll explain why. So we've all been there when we've had crap in our lives and someone has turned around to us and said, everything happens for a reason. Or my favourite used to be, good always comes out of bad. That's what I used to tell people. Or I even adopted the Tony Robbins, what did he used to say now? The universe works for us, not against us, which I used to really love. But, I mean, when you think about it, are these quotes actually real? As in, are they factual? Does God work in mysterious ways and, he has an answer, you've just got to trust why? Does that work when, you've just lost a family member? What good can come out of that, really? Because you feel like saying, well, yeah, I'd like to know. What is it? There is no good that can come out of it. So, as well, it's all right for all the things that we don't get our own way with in life. So you went for a job, you didn't get it. When one door closes, another door opens and stuff like that. It's all right. It's not harmful. It can be quite helpful. I like to say that a golf ball flies better through the sky because of all the dints in it. So whatever life throws at you, it just makes you stronger and tougher, and weeds have to grow through the mud and all that lot. So, and the good analogies when we're just not getting our own way in life, or we didn't get the job, we didn't get that boyfriend, another fish in the sea, plenty of fish, it weren't meant to be, blah blah blah. We can let them kind of things go. But getting a bit deep, my friend had a stillbirth baby. And at the time, not only is that horrific, but she fell out with God. She was Catholic. She went to a Catholic school, but she actually believed that God took her baby away. God did it. So it wasn't an act of, cause and effect from conditions in the environment or something she'd ate or a bad coffee that she took, or just for the fact that she had a child before, but she had complications. So she didn't look at it as she probably would have been somebody that couldn't have had children, and God gave her one child at least, even though the complications stopped the other one from developing at a certain stage. She just believed that God had decided she was being punished for something she must have done. And because people always think they're either being punished by God for something that they've done, just like the law of attraction will tell you, it's your thoughts that created it. All that lot is obviously negative. There's no disputing that. You're being punished, or it's because of what you've thought about, that's what you've brought about, and things like that. But when people are actually saying there's a reason, God always takes the young, because the young die young because they're so good, and God needs them back as angels and all this crap. At the end of the day, murderers live until like 108, while really good people that could have served the world in God's honour, if that's the case, die young. It's just the world. It's just what we came into this 3D reality knowing beforehand, that everything has its polarities, and we came here. It's not even duality. That's a different subject of everything being polarities. Because people think good or bad, but there's indifferent and there's hot, cold, there's warm, there's up, down, there's middle. Everything is, there's a centre point of everything, and it, the intelligent transcendence that wanted to create and emanate and be all it could be, was the poles of everything. Black, white turned into dark, light turned into good, bad, which it obviously, people think God knows everything, omnipotent. Yeah, it was omnipotent to create in the first place the codes, the programs set about the atoms and the patterns that created and emanated from that, this reality, this 3D reality. But it just wanted to express in every form, meaning matter, all that it could be, and it knew that there would be extremities of that. Us as souls coming into this 3D reality, test, game, whatever you want to call it. Life is a game, life is a test. Well, yeah, it is actually, and there's proof of that now in the holographic principle. I don't believe it's a simulated reality. I believe it's an experiential reality. Matter is what we were taught at school, which is only 5% of the universe. The other 95% is dark matter and dark energy, the invisible, which supports everything. So obviously from that, we wanted to come into these physical beings and experience everything, the darkness and the light, the good and the bad, because we knew we could handle it. We wanted to have we wanted the experience, we wanted the beauty, we wanted to experience love, but also we wouldn't be able to appreciate all that without the hate, without this, without that. That's not going further, that's the reason. That's just the reality of the nature of this evolved state that we've ended up in, as if we are all one. That's what we wanted to experience, and here we are experiencing it. Now, the positive thing that we can do is take for ourselves the power back. And if you are mugged in a darkened area, for example, just thinking top of my head, and you decide to then advocate for lights in that area so that other people don't feel as vulnerable, or muggers don't feel the opportunities near that particular bus stop or whatever it was, that's your choice. That isn't good coming out of the bad, and that happened for that reason, because God knew that you would end up doing that and making this improvement. So 40 other people didn't get mugged because they were important and you wasn't. You was just the conduit for this action. And if you decide to do something, you have made a good out of the bad. You have been the alchemist of your life. This is a bit like the attract and manifest kind of wording I want to get rid of with this new age woo-woo crap that we've somehow just adopted and put up on our walls as, live life, love. And we just say these things randomly now, and it's just not helpful. Your mum dies. Well, there's a reason for it. Is there? What? What's the reason? Why do we have to die? People just get mixed up with all the stories of this mighty smiter and what he can do, what he can't do, whether he interferes, whether he doesn't interfere. Sometimes we want him to interfere, sometimes we're pissed off he's interfered, sometimes we just want to know why, and we have to trust. And we think, at the end of the day, he don't know us at all if he's doing this, because I actually wanted it or I didn't want it, blah, blah, blah. So it's not helpful. The other thing I don't like, again, is good always comes out of bad. It's just like, how do you say to a woman who's just been raped, good always comes out of bad? Now, I've had somebody argue in the past that, well, she could have got pregnant and beforehand she would have been barren, and and this miracle child came out of it. Not every woman who gets raped gets pregnant and can't without being raped. Or would they choose that way? 99% of women that did end up getting pregnant would probably abort that child, not wanting to look at that face forever anyway. They wouldn't find it a gift of God or God's mysterious way of delivering this thing that she wanted, or the law of attraction. Oh, that was the law of attraction because you wanted a baby and you end up getting raped and that's how you got pregnant and la 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 because you didn't have a boyfriend. It's just a load of shit. It's an absolute load of shit. If you decide to keep a child that you got impregnated with from a rape, that is you, again, turning a bad situation into something positive, not good. So, you know, good sometimes comes out of bad, and good can come out of bad if you decide that it can. You're the alchemist of your life. If you want to go around moping and moaning and whinging how bad life is, instead of looking towards the positive, it's your prerogative. And people won't attract more bad because of it, but bad will emanate because of that behaviour, because of that attitude. You will lose friends. People don't want to be around people who are just buzzkills all the time. And basically, we need to just get over this. Like, there's a silver line. There's a silver lining. There's a light at the end of the tunnel. You know, as one door closes, another opens. Now, that's all well and good, because that is true. When one door opens, another closes, unless it's the very last door that opened and it killed you. But at the end of the day, we need to be a bit more logical about what we're saying to each other, because it's just not helpful and people are confused and people are thinking that some guy in the sky is taking from them or not interfering, or, you know, thoughts about negativity, or they watched a horror film and then something horrific happened and it was because of their thoughts. Or this has to stop. Shit happens in this life. We knew that coming in. We also knew we could handle it. We needed and wanted this experience to evolve. It's the worst place we can be. This 3D, limited, restricted, horrific, yet beautiful, artistic, live, experientiality. I can't even say it. Experientiality realm. I'll put it up in the comments because I obviously can't get it out today. Anyway, we decided to come in, and it is just what it is. It's a beautiful and horrible piece of living art that we can go with the flow of and take out of everything that happens and extract. I'm just gonna go off with the good and get on with my life and just make something out of it myself, not what the powers that be and fate and this, that and the other decided for us. We're in the power. So there you go. Make sure you know what positive sayings are real and right and factual and helpful, and what are really not in every situation, what you'd like to hear, what you wouldn't like to hear, etc. And then we will be more powerful beings. It's all in my book, Resonating System. Go and get it. See you later.